We're back with the secret third episode of the series for the E46 turbo build, and this time we're going to be showing you how to add a cooling system to the turbocharger. The one that comes with the CX Racing kit supports adding coolant through it, so it's just going to be a couple parts and we'll show you how to do it. Alright, so for the cooling system on the turbo, there's two ports, one on each side. This is the first port, opposite, the other side is the other port. That's what your cooling's going to go through. And what we're going to be doing, thanks to Jules at E46 for figuring this system out and telling us what parts we need, there's a block drain underneath the exhaust manifold for the cooling system, and then we're also going to tap into the lower radiator hose. I'm going to show you the parts that we're going to use. So the kit with the turbo did come with these, which we'll be using. We might slightly modify by cutting or bending these, but these hook up banjo bolt style for the cooling system and output to 3/8 inch cooling hose. Other than that, we did have to buy, this is a coolant adapter, coolant sensor adapter for the lower radiator hose. These are typically used to put a coolant temp sensor in, but what we're going to do is drill out that hole and tap it to fit the banjo bolt for the 3/8 inch cooling line. Next up, we've got banjo bolt for the block drain, and so we got two, one for the block drain and one that we'll be putting on that sensor adapter, and the cooling line. That's about it. Let's get to it. All right, we got the coolant drain out of the radiator, and then you're gonna wanna go to the engine block drain. It's right up here. We actually have the banjo bolt in it right now, but once you take that out, you'll have some more coolant coming out. Just let it drain out all the way, and you can put that in and tighten it down. Right above the passenger side engine mount, below the exhaust manifold. Go ahead and leave that one finger tight so you can still swivel the banjo bolt around, because we're not sure about where we're gonna clock it just yet, but we're gonna go and cut this lower radiator hose. I have it slightly marked right here. You can see those paint marks on it, and we're gonna put that adapter in there. We got this coolant hose. This is the one on the left side of the radiator off. I already cut it, but what you wanna do is hold your sensor adapter up to it and cut, or just mark where that main body is on there and cut out the remaining piece. We're gonna go ahead and put this in with the banjo bolt almost facing in line with it, but just slightly clocked off. And I'll just throw it in, I'll show you how it looks. All right, this is how we got the layout set up. Almost clocked directly down. So if you look at it in line with the hose, it's poking out just right there. And that gives you room to bring that hose past between the sensor and up to the turbo. So I'm gonna throw this in and we'll see how that fits. You're gonna have two of these. One is slightly longer than the other. The longer one goes, at least with how it's fitting for us, on the right side. We got it mocked up. I just pushed the hose all the way down below and hooked it up on this side. So we're gonna go underneath and then cut the hose to length to fit to the block drain. Then the shorter one goes in a harder to see spot, so you're probably gonna wanna connect the hose to it before you put it in, right here. And then we're gonna run that hose around underneath to the lower radiator hose and connect that. So we're gonna pull this up and do the first one first. So this is it installed. We ended up keeping that same clock angle on that engine block drain. So let's get the next hose in. All right, we got the return line on the back side of this turbo, left side going down. Just feed the hose through, and you'll see up here where it's gonna be ending up matching up with that tapped, you can see that? Yeah, right there. So I'm gonna raise it back up, cut it, and connect it. It'd be nice to put a Schrader valve up on the top of the turbo. All right, now we got the whole system hooked up. All the hoses are tight. All you gotta do now is the normal coolant fill and bleed procedure, but the only difference is this time we're gonna crack this banjo bolt at the top, the higher point of the cooling system on the turbo. Just have it slightly loose, and as you fill it, wait until you see it start drip out, and then you can tighten it again, and then continue with the normal coolant fill and bleed process. And that should be it. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you out, please hit the subscribe button. It helps us out a lot. Helps us continue to do projects like this. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Thanks for watching.